It's time for the ultimate audio upgrade in the Techthusiasm home theater, and we're looking now at Trinnov. I have here the brand new Altitude CI 16-channel version with a couple of extra accessories and stuff included. We got the microphone for the super high-end Trinnov audio calibration, added the remote control as well just to take a look at it. We also have an Amplitude 16. We'll be doing an unbox and a first look hot take on that in a separate video, but this is all about the brand new Trinnov Altitude CI. So this is going, of course, in the Techthusiasm home theater. That theater is a 7.5.4 audio setup, which will be utilizing all 16 channels of this awesome beast. Of course, brand new hardware, brand new software, brand new interface, everything in the Trinnov platform. I'm very excited to be getting my hands on this, to be implementing this in my own system. And of course, if this is something that you're interested in now, I am working with, collaborating with, and can offer you Trinnov products also. So get in touch if you're considering such an upgrade for yourself. So beastly boxing here, thick boxes, double cardboard box. Sorry, I'm blocking the camera a little bit. And here we go, the main event in here. Very nicely protected, super protected with the double box. It didn't ship palleted, but I wouldn't have expected it to. Came via FedEx. So let's take a look through what we have in here and get a look at all of the bits and pieces. I was wondering actually if the microphone pieces and some of the accessories would have come in separate boxes, since they are actually add-ons, but it looks like the spots are here and everything is included inside. I would presume this is the microphone, and it is. The brand new version of the Trinnov 3D microphone. Similar basic microphone array and so on, but we have essentially improved connectivity, both in terms of cabling and in terms of the identification, loading the calibration file. Some of the things that you have to do in the Trinnov system to use the microphone are simpler now than they were before. So we have a nice long microphone cable. This is a dedicated microphone cable that plugs in to a dedicated port, specifically on the Altitude CI. Not sure on the length of this one, but it looks actually quite long. I shouldn't have any problem in my setup going from the theater room, the seating locations, to the rack and so on for the microphone, given the rooms are basically directly adjacent to each other. But that is one thing to consider calibrating a Trinnov system. Some calibration systems and their microphones actually connect to your laptop, some connect to the audio preamplifier, receiver, etc. And so you need to account for that. So we have a little bit of mounting hardware as well included, kind of basically like a tension suspension brace for the microphone itself. This would attach to the arm of whatever type of stand you're using. There's not specifically a stand included, just the suspension piece and some connective elements to be able to attach the suspension piece to your microphone stand. I already have one that I've been using for quite a while with my former Anthem gear. So very nice kit. I like how it comes in this carry case, nice and protected. So this can kind of stay out and accessible for any multiple or subsequent calibrations. And it's not just kind of loose pieces hanging out. We do get a little bit of documentation. What do we got here? Quick start guide in 2 languages. Tells us a little bit, again, what's in the box, and terms of guarantee, some warranty information, things like that. We do have our basic instructions, connecting to the Altitude CI, downloading the Trinnov app, setting up the Altitude CI. And this does, again, come with brand new software, a brand new software generation for the Trinnov platform with much better usability, I think, accessibility, presentation, the improved and involved app, as well as an improved and evolved online web interface as well. We do have the remote in some platforms, of course, like Trinnov, Kaleidoscape, and others. The remote is actually an accessory, and so we did add this just to be able to have it. It feels nice and hefty, actually. Aluminum metal type of finish, I think, if that's plastic or metal. But we have options for selecting inputs, changing sources, formats, engaging the optimizer, and all of that. I may not necessarily really need this so much in my setup, but I wanted to have it nonetheless just as a fallback and to have kind of the whole experience of using all the bits and pieces of Trinnov. So we have the remote, we have a coin battery in there, which did not come pre-installed, and then we have a little screw which essentially screws on the back of the battery compartment to lock that in, I guess, and protect the, or lock it down so that you can't just pull that out super easily. But again, the remote is an additional charge, the microphone is an additional charge, and then you pay for the CI-based model itself. It comes in an 8-channel default variety, essentially, or 8 channels of default support. And then from there, you're able to add channels in increments of 2 up to quite a large quantity of channel count. And I went from 8, of course, to 16. Now, there's also a little bit of extra cabling accessories that I've added to the setup. Also, here we have a breakout cable, essentially for the analog cables. So we have essentially a DB25-ish style connector that comes into a 8-channel breakout. So if you were using this with just a regular type of analog audio system, up to 8 channels, you would be able to connect to that to regular XLR style connections on your external amplifier. I'm not doing that, of course. I have the Amplitude 16 coming along with this guy, and I'll be using audio over IP connections for all of the pre-amplifier to amplifier channels, but got to work on the subwoofers. I need a way to connect all those subwoofers. So this is the cable by which the 5 subwoofers will be connecting to the Amplitude CI. And I'll just have 3 essentially unused left over. This also is an additional accessory. This does not come with the Altitude CI in the box, and there are a variety of breakout and additional cabling to basically fit the needs of the specific implementation, different lengths and different types of connector styles. That is just the one that I needed to fulfill my needs for the setup. And then last but not least, we got a couple of other bits and pieces in our baggie here. Item number 1 is our power cord, 3-prong grounded power cord. Doesn't feel like it's super long. We have our rack ears, so that's nice. We don't have to buy additional racking or cabling or anything like that to be able to put this in a rack. I will be using these in rack mounting. The item, I have it's like an IR receiver, so plug into an IR receiver if you need to be able to position this somewhere to control it with the remote and the IR connection. And then lastly, it's a Ubiquiti item actually. This comes, I'm not actually sure if this comes with the box or by virtue of the fact that I kind of ordered it with the Amplitude CI and we were talking about doing the audio over IP, but this is a transceiver module. So the connections, we'll see in just a minute actually, there's multiple network port connections on the back of the Amplitude CI. Only one for the regular network connection of the device, and then some extra network connections when you do employ the audio over IP, and they are SFP style ports, not regular RJ45 type ports. And that's what we'll be using to connect the Altitude to the Amplitude, and again, using the audio over IP. So I'm gonna get this off and bring up the unit. We'll do a little bit of a walk around of the CI itself. All right, so here we go. Let's do our little walk around. Of course, it did come very nicely protected in a cloth baggie. And this is looking real nice. This is a big step up, I think, for Trinnov overall, making their devices look more just kind of integrated rather than a little more kind of PC-ish, similar to what MadVR did in its more recent kind of hardware overhauls. Gotta love it. So we have a nice brushed here panel front end, big display, which is going to show us all kinds of information about what's going on with the unit, and then our power button. Along the top, we do have some fans going on here. It'll be interesting to see how loud this might be. That doesn't necessarily affect me, or probably a lot of the installations for a device like this going into a rack, or ideally going into a different type of equipment or utility room. I would expect that it's probably not going to be obtrusive or too loud anyway, but we do have a fan visible through the meshing on the top, as well as on both the right side, from my perspective, and the left side. So 3 fans, I presume maybe 1 or 2 of those. One of them may be intake, 2 may be exhaust, or vice versa. But in any case, again, all looking Really nice. We have just the rack gear screws that would go on the sides, not super big, not super deep, and all of this in only a 2U height rack space. It's amazing how much rack space I'm recovering going from the dual M28 AVM90 setup to this Trinnov install, from 3 devices to 2 and a lot less vertical rack space. So let's come around here to the back side and go over all the bits and pieces back there. Here we go, Altitude CI back panel. Let's go through all the different things that we have here. We'll go left to right. So we have some service port capabilities here, both HDMI and a double, looks like a double USB port there. This is the XLR-ish style connection. It's not specifically an XLR connection, it's more of a network connection, but it is kind of in the same vein of what we're used to seeing with a circular XLR style plug. But this is the dedicated port for that brand new microphone using the new type of cabling connectivity. Across the top here, we have our HDMI board, a little smaller in terms of the quantity of inputs and outputs, 4 inputs, 2 outputs. That'll work fine. In my case, however, we're only really going to be connecting an Apple TV and a Kaleidoscape, and then only really utilizing as well a single output there for myself. So this isn't there's not a plethora of I/O here if you need that in your installation, but I think for the majority of installs out there, especially nowadays, this should be able to suit most of the needs. Definitely, again, meets mine. We have a number of these DB25 style connectors. First one is the analog output, so that cable, that big breakout cable that we looked at earlier, will go onto this first port, analog output 1 to 8. And again, if you're using this only in an 8-channel setup or up to an 8-channel setup with non-Trinnov or whatever external amplifiers that you would want to be using, this is the port that we would be doing to accomplish that. We have AES digital outputs and digital inputs in the DB25 connection area. So if you have other types of amplifiers that can manage these types of digital connections, this is how you're able to kind of ramp up or ramp out for an increased number of channel count and so on within your audio system. I'm going to jump past these ports right over here though to the network connection. As I mentioned, we have a basic RJ45 connector. That's essentially the regular network connection port of the Altitude CI. And then we have these two, well, Ethernet 2 and Ethernet 3 are these SFP style plugs, which give us the capability to make the audio over IP connections. We'll be connecting to the Dante add-in board. I will hear of the Amplitude 16. Still using, I believe it's still a fiber cable because it's RJ45 on the Amplitude 16 side. It's not a fiber optic cable, but it is an SFP style plus connection, or SFP style connection there. We have 2 regular audio inputs here, inputs 1 and input 2, coax style, and a optical audio input as well. Service, additional service USB there, but basically command and control processor connections here, RS-232 and a USB. We have an IR input. Again, we come with that IR kind of receiver commander if you need to be able to use that. And we have triggers. There's 1 input trigger and 4 output triggers to be able to make the connections to any external amplification. Of course, this does get up there in the channel count, so it is nice to be able to have multiple discrete triggers, assuming that you may be connecting a number of amplifiers in Trinnov Altitude system. Power supply connectivity here. We have a switch allowing us to configure between 50 and 60 hertz regions, and our 3-prong connector here where our power cord would go in. So again, what we're going to be doing, spoiler alert for the coming vlogs, is of course we'll be using the microphone connection port for the calibration. Again, we'll be using the analog outputs for the subwoofer connections, an SFP network connection to the Amplitude, a regular network connection to the home network to be able to command and control and connect to the unit. We'll have 2 HDMI sources and 1 HDMI output. And I'm not sure if I'm going to end up needing to actually use any of the trigger outputs of the Amplitude 16, or if power and command and control will actually be completely managed through the network port as well. We'll figure that out kind of as we go. So there we are, first look, unbox, and a little bit of a walk around of the new Trinnov Altitude CI unit. One thing I did want to point out as well on the front panel, I don't think I mentioned earlier, this is in fact also a touchscreen. It is not just a display. So if you have to do command and control elements while you're in front of the unit, at your rack, whatever, you would be able to do that here, of course, because there are no other buttons available. Arrow keys, enter keys, back keys, and so on. Everything can be managed through that 5-inch display / touchscreen. So this is looking really nice. We're going to move on to the next video, which will basically be the Amplitude 16 unbox and walk around, and then right into the vlogs, man, to get this stuff set up, connected, and moving forward into getting it updated, getting it calibrated, going through all of that process, and look for all of that content coming to the channel here. Of course, if you're shopping any of this stuff, you're thinking about it, you want to talk about it, whether it's Trinnov or other home theater and audio video needs, speakers, projectors, kaleidoscapes, video processors, screens, subwoofers, racks, power management stuff, any of those categories, please reach out to me, Jeremy at Techthusiasm.net, or go to www.techthusiasm.com, and let's talk. Happy to consult, advise, give my direction, provide you with awesome upgrades, awesome customer support, and get you going in your next home theater upgrades. Of course, if you'd like to help me out more simply and directly, there's affiliate links in the description of every video, as well as on the webpage, Amazon, Target, Walmart, Monoprice, eBay, a whole bunch of other stores. You're buying a Tesla, a Tonal, other things, check it out. Please use those links in your regular and other shopping. Thank you to the channel members. I welcome others to become channel members as well. And please do the regular YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, share the video, leave a comment. What do you think? What do you think? How does it look? What do you think about what Trinnov is doing with this new product, the new platform, and all of that? Please do the YouTube hype stuff as well. And come on back for more home theater discussion and fun.